Hey everybody, it's Jamie with Journey North. As you can see, we got a little snow again this week. It's snowing now again. Warmed up though, it's like 20 degrees, which is perfect for working outside in the winter, for me anyways. I'm not a big fan of the heat, so we'll deal with it. Better than rain. It's Friday, got done work a little early today, so working in the shop tonight. Some of the projects I've been working on for them heads I picked up last week. I went and got handles for them, and I got a couple completed. It's not too exciting watching all these on film. I'll do another one here, probably one of these sledge heads, but the True Temper cross peen, I don't think you're going to be able to see, but it does say True Temper in there. They were lightly etched to start with, and this one's got a little age on it. Put it on about a 16-inch handle. You can choke up on it. I could cut this off. There's no swell on these, but for lighter stuff, you get a bigger, longer swing, choke up, whatever you need to do. Seems to be about the length I like on these. 2-pound head. Put a metal wedge and a wood wedge both in there for the fact there's no give on this. You're hitting metal to metal. These small handles, if something was to go wrong, you're probably not going to get that little wedge out to seat it any lower anyways. Something did happen where it would break up here, come loose. We could just move it down and lose a couple inches on it, but for the most part, this is the original that was on it. Was still usable with taken care of and oil, and they last a long, long time. 2-pound cross peen, True Temper. Did a light burn on it, then put some used motor oil on it so it matches my ball peen True Temper. Hopefully I find some more of these. It's hard to explain on these, but when you pick up this older steel, just the feel, the weight of it, the shading, the way it looks, you can just tell it's good steel. Also, the newer stuff, you're going to see these marks on it here. They're like a cast mark. Where these older ones are nice and smooth. Took pride in their work. Did a nice job on it. Hopefully find some more for my collection. I was happy with it. That Mexican sledge, I also cleaned that up. That was not a great head. Like I said, if the guy didn't save it for me, I probably wouldn't have bought it. But I did clean it up. It's got the forge marks on the side. I took the file of them and filed them down a little bit. Also, I assume they're casting marks, not forge marks. They got these little things up here that were raised up, I assume from casting. Filed them down, smoothed it up. Also put that, had like damn near a 45-degree angle on. Shaved the cheeks down a little bit on it. The only problem I had with it is the eye. Really, really big at the top. Normal size at the bottom, so it took a big fat wedge. I'm probably going to put a barrel wedge or a metal wedge in there as well, just for the fact there's a lot of weight down here. Also, the eye's slightly crooked. The whole thing's twisted. It's straight when you look at it this way, but then see, it takes that curve right there. But this is a bruiser. I mean, this is going to be for chunks of wood that the axe just can't get through. I'll probably throw it in the truck, unless I sell it. Throw it in the truck, go down to the beach, get something too big to lift, something the axe won't split. We'll take out the Mexican maul. Put it on a 32-inch. I think finished overall from edge to edge were like 32 and a half, 33. Nice piece of hickory. Turned out nice. Got a little bit of a palm swell, a little bit of curve, not a whole lot. Most of your mauls are going to have straight handles, especially these days, but this will give you a little more control over it when you're swinging this big sucker. Not bad for total investment in this. I think I got $18 into it now, but it made a nice project for me. I drank a beer and did this one of the snowy nights here in Alaska. Also picked up a couple other handles for them sledge. 36-inch This is my favorite. A 32-inch for a sledge is about perfect. But the thing is, these are straight, no palm swell. They both cost the same price. Why not get the 36-inch? Customize it, cut it to length wherever you want. Sometimes a nice short, a 24-inch is sometimes nice for doing some one-arm tapping. 32 is kind of good all around, so you still get control. 36, you can really wail on stuff, but how accurate are you going to be? That's the thing. Don't want to be hitting yourself, hitting up here, busting your hands up, anything like that. But I'm going to work on these and get them 2 sledges cleaned up. And also, just for the hell of it, $9, 4-foot piece. And this is a replacement handle for a post hole digger. I'm getting kind of tired of jumping in and out of the bed of my truck every time I cut wood by myself and tossing stuff out. And the axe just isn't quite long enough to get up in the front of it. So I'm got a piece of threaded rod here, some nuts. We're going to bolt this on the end. I'm going to put a slight curve to it and make like a combination pike / pickaroon with it. Basically just for reaching up there so I can be a little bit lazier. Not only lazy, when you live alone, doing stuff by yourself, you can't afford to get hurt. Jumping in and out of the bed of trucks, tweaking your back, slipping on the ground. Hard to say, especially after you swinging a chainsaw all day and you're getting a little lazy and not paying attention to what you're doing. We've all done it. Slipped. Take us out for a day or 2 or maybe longer. So I'm going to build like it's a combination, not so much for stabbing and picking stuff up, but more for pulling and dragging, like a pike / pickaroon. We're going to build a pikearoon, if you will. That's what we're going to call this next project. And I'll probably start working on this either tonight or tomorrow. We'll get this one on film just in case somebody wants to build something similar to it. Just one of them things. I got threaded rod laying around. All you homesteaders, farmers, stuff like that. Great thing to have. Extra threaded rods of different sizes. You can make any bolt you need in an emergency situation. And oftentimes, a chunk of this is cheaper than buying a bolt. But it's going to be very simple. Very inexpensive. I'm guessing under $11. And you wouldn't have to use this. You could use old shovel handle. Go out your back 40 and cut a piece of small sapling, oak, maple. Hell, you could use popple, anything. It's like I said, it's basically just for dragging. Could probably use a garden hoe even if you had that. But I was making something special for it. And we'll get work on that and take it for a test run and see if it works. Other than that, not a whole hell of a lot going on this week. At work, I had a couple problems with their snowblower attachment on the tractor. Threw a bearing in that. And of course, to get to that bearing, you got to disassemble the whole damn thing. And got it out. Problem is, last time they made that model was 1991, I believe. So I'm going to be spending a little time hunting on the internet and see if I can find a replacement bearing that fits, or hopefully an OEM stock one, which just makes it simple. Either way, it's not fun digging around trying to find parts for stuff like that. We're going to hopefully get it done. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Have a good Valentine's Day. Be careful tonight. You could be setting traps and hunting bucks in November, or you could be changing diapers. Choice is up to you. Choose wisely. Take her easy.